Hello and happy today to you folks. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day and that today finds you as well as possible. So today for Wednesday, I typically do reviews of older video games and that sort of a thing too. And I recently have been doing some things. I just started finishing up a Let's Play of Star Control 2 from '92. So that class, and then I decided to do. I did my review of it too, and then I decided to knock out the Star Control 3 and now Origins for you folks. Now this was, and this is actually. So let's get that started. For you folks, so this released on September 20th in 2018, and it was by Stardock. It's produced and designed by Brad Wardell. Art here is by Akil Dawkins and Paul Boyer. It's rated on Steam. I don't know. Okay. 77%, and then for Metacritic it's 75%, roughly the same. So they really agree. Sometimes Metacritic will have a much higher or lower rating because they're professional critics. So it's also for sale there for $20, which I'll link to you below. And that's everything too. So the rights of the Star Control were for sale from Atari back in the early 2000s and 2010s. And so Stardock bought them for sale, but they were the highest bidder. And part as a bankruptcy soon. And they wanted to make a prequel, and they reached out to the original team to see if they were interested. For Bob, they weren't. So they decided to respect the integrity of the Star Control universe by moving it to an alternate universe. And that sort of a thing too. So that way, some fans didn't like Star Control 3 because it wasn't done by the originals. Even though, the two folks, Toys for Bob, the two folks that initially made the first two games, they gave their blessing. They said we weren't interested. They were offered it. Right? That sort of thing too. And so I think a lot of fans just didn't like the fact that they weren't involved, and there were some creative decisions that maybe were the best for the game, but weren't in the story they were trying to tell, but weren't, on that sort of thing too. And so I feel that, clearly, Brad Wardell is like, yeah, well, if you're not interested, we'll just put it in a different universe, right? That sort of thing too, and tell a different story. So this has, you are now the story of the first Star Control mission, where you are leading a group to meet up a distress signal, and you are about to and you are not exactly the highest number one choice of the Earth that are putting together the first Star Control mission, and that sort of a thing too. But you're kind of their last choice, if you will, and that sort of a thing too. So you get trained on it, and then you head out. And then there's a lot of the same things that are here from the first two series, right? You are exploring, you're going to different planets, checking out different systems, talking to different characters, doing side quests. You're doing mining on planets. Here it's 3D, but the battles are still at 2D. Face now arcade, so it still has all of the action adventure elements. It still has that spoof. I think the writing here is pretty good. I think the graphics here are fun for Stardock. They didn't put a lot, they're more of an independent group, right? And that sort of thing too. Things like Galactic Civilizations and that sort of stuff, right? I think it's fun. I have any issues with art, but I definitely like that. I like the character designs. I like the story. I think the writing's pretty good too. I think the music's actually strong stuff too. So that's my. So I liked it. I thought it was better than a lot of fans do, and that sort of thing too. So I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10 for you folks. I've played it through from start to finish twice, and it was and that sort of thing too. But I like it lots. And so an 8.5 out of 10. So there you are for you folks. So what did you think? Have you played Star Control Origins from 2018 by Stardock? If so, let me know what your thoughts are. If you agree or disagree with my 8.5 out of 10, I'm more than happy to sort of engage you with it further in the comments below, whatever your thoughts are. Right? Remember, like I mentioned before, I'm not a game critic either, right? About the games, I played it about 40 hours, and that sort of thing. Just I'm definitely some more. I'm just a fan. Right? So I'm definitely really interested in checking out that. What's your thoughts on? that sort of thing too. Alrighty, and there you are. And then after that, I am, if you want to check out some of these older RPGs reviews or other ones here on Wednesday that I've done, like, or Star Control 3 last week, that sort of thing too, you can check out what's happening with that too. And then I also do Let's Play Super Champ Star Control too, so you can check it out too. And then as well as other things are going to come in for. Then also I do on this is Wednesday, on Saturday, I do something I call Serial Saturday, which is dedicated to the forgotten movie and storytelling genres of things like like Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers or things like Tarzan. That's sort of a thing, heavily influential in cinema, but really haven't been forgotten by lots of folks. And that sort of a thing too. So I do reviews of that too. I just did the Secrets of Treasure Island for this past week from the mid-30s, and coming up next, I was enjoying that naval. And so coming up next is the 1954, the Trader Tom of the Pirates, of the China Seas. And then you can also, on Monday, I do reviews of older tabletop RPGs like Dungeons & Dragons or Middle-earth Role-Playing or Battletech 2, and right now I'm doing my reviews of the X series. I just did my review of the very bad X6 Quagmire. Actually, it's got an exclamation point, so it should be Quagmire with a really loud portion. Quagmire would be shouting at you. Sorry about that. So you can check it out too. And then 3 days a week, I do reviews of older things that you read in the 3 genres that we typically cover: fantasy, science fiction, and horror too. So that stuff sounds like your cup of tea. Well then, great. Welcome to the channel. Have a seat. I think you'll enjoy your time here quite a bit, right? While you're here, please do all the YouTube stuff, like hit the subscribe button, like button, bell icon, likes and all that stuff too. And then also, you can also tell them those 7 older things and writing them for you folks. It's the real passion of this channel for you folks, as well as my personal passion too. It's even where its name comes from. That's a quote by a French philosopher, Jean Joubert, who says that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old stuff, right? And the stuff, some older stuff we might have forgotten about, right? In our passion for the new video games, the new movies, the new novels, right? We sometimes forgot that these things are standing on the shoulders of giants, like Star Control did. And that's a thing too, and so check them out. Alrighty, and there you are for you folks, and I want to thank you so very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing it, right, and watching my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, and we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So if you spend this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.